The Royal Sovereign was created by a bartender named Dave Schlachtenhaufen. I call him like an LA area bartender because I met him here in LA. We met in acting class. He worked mainly as a bartender in LA. What's impressive about Dave actually is that he's a completely self-taught bartender. He was working in like little, kind of sports bars and places like that. And then he got a job with the Wolfgang Puck organization and he was working at Cut. And back in those days, that was before Wolfgang Puck decided that he would start hiring actual like people to run the drinks program. And so they were just basically having sommeliers kind of do the drink list, right? And so the drinks were like, it's a hit or miss, but Dave was one of the employees there was really trying to push the drink program forward. And also because there was no person that was really paying attention to the cocktails, it gave him the opportunity to pay attention to cocktails as well. Then he moved to Colorado and betrayed us all here on the West Coast to move a little further inland. And he was working in some bars there. He worked at a place called the Brown Palace Hotel or something. This is a very historic old spot. And then he betrayed us once again, stopped bartending, and now is a rehab guy. He works in physical rehab. And he's running his own department. He's doing very well. He's got 2 lovely children, a beautiful wife, a yard, clean air. He lives in Colorado. He gets to go rock climbing. He's living the dream. So this cocktail is an interesting one. When I first looked at it, I was like, I want to try that. Is it going to work? I don't know. We're going to find out. So here we go. Let's try it out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, all right. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to do this real quick. Here we go. You ready? Mm-hmm. Let's do it. I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been enough bickering in this episode. I feel like some people are so greatly affected by our bickering. They either really love it or they're like, it ruins the show. What do you think, Marius? Does it ruin the show or do you love it?
I don't know. Sometimes we don't have to do it, I think.
3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. 1/2 ounce of simple syrup.
Did not expect the simple syrup to be over there.
Oh, wow. I took it out of the fridge. I didn't want to I'm getting better about not forgetting things so that I don't have to wander around the studio and you follow me with the camera. You shamed me out of it, basically. 1/2 ounce of Pedro Jimenez sherry. So this is going to be like a really robust sherry. Very like raisiny in flavor. It has this like very like, or like maybe black currant in flavor to it. It's actually wonderful. I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce of Aperol. I know what 50% of the people watching me pour Aperol into this are thinking. Do you? 1.5 ounces of Buffalo Trace Bourbon. And he called this by brand. So, I don't know if it's just because Dave has an affinity for Buffalo Trace Distillery or if, this is not such a nuanced whiskey that, you couldn't sub it out for something else. But I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But he did call it out by name. So we're going to use it. We're going to do this over a rock. We have this beautiful rock, pre-cut. Not quite good enough though, so we're going to have to do a little extra cutting. So do you know what 50% of the people watching me put Aperol into the tin are thinking?
I'm not going to like this?
Huh?
I'm not going to like this?
No, that's not. I wasn't getting at that. They're thinking, I wonder how this would taste with Campari. Like right off the bat, basically. There we go. It's better. It'll fit better as soon as I pour it. So we're gonna do that. This isn't my favorite piece of ice. I handled it so much I started rounding it on the edges already. It doesn't have that like crisp line that I like. And, no, not that one. I'm gonna give it a little lemon peel garnish as well. So, a nice peel, give it some oils. Give it a taste. Oh, it's so good! It really sings with the Pedro Jimenez lemon and Aperol combo. And then the bourbon kind of brings in a little bit of those barrel notes and it gives it a little heft, but then you have that bitter Aperol orangey with the lemon, and then the Pedro Jimenez bringing in that like black currant, dark, kind of punchy flavor. And then also the Pedro Jimenez is adding a little bit of acidity to it as well. And then you get that nice lemon kind of base. Dude, it's so good. Oh my God, I gotta talk with my hands like an Italiano from New York's Little Italy. It's so good.
I wonder how it'll taste with Campari.
So there it is, the Royal Sovereign. Go make it if you're not a schlub.